Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cab Anime and Gaming Podcast. We're back in the echo chamber of doom. It's been a month. How have you people, you wonderful people, you been? I'm Connor. This is Ben.
The fuck crawled up your ass? Did someone shove a rainbow up your ass or something?
Ben make funny joke. Ben very funny. Go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself.
I can't reach.
Fuck. So anyway, this is Cab Anime and Gaming Podcast because I like to say it too.
Yes, indeed.
You know what?
We're back. It's like I said, it's been a month.
And it has felt weird. It felt weird 2 weeks ago not uploading a new episode of this. It really did.
Yeah, I can still remember when we tried doing this fucking weekly.
Oh my god, let's not remember that. Let's not remember that. That never happened.
Indeed. Indeed!
So anyway, the YouTube channel is, underway. It's a thing.
It's as much of an uphill fight as getting this podcast to work has been.
So we know what we're doing with the podcast now, kinda.
Yeah.
Sorta. Kinda, sorta. So yeah, that's a thing.
Still have no fucking idea about what we're doing with YouTube, but
hey, who cares? Let's do this podcast. So,
Indeed.
baby brother, what have you been up to in the last month? Because a month is a long time to do things.
okay, so...
It's a measurement of time! Oh, by the way, I got a new camera.
Yes, Ben got a new camera.
I got a new camera. It's not a digital fucking camera, so every time I move in the frame, the fucking the lens clicks as it focuses.
Does this one have as many focus issues as that one did, though?
No, it is fucking like crystal clear straight away.
Oh god, technology these days.
I know. You can see every fucking hair falling out of my ass now.
The thing that, like, I have a friend who's seen some of our vlogs and shit, and, like, he's like, oh god, you need new equipment, and I'm like, yeah, we fucking do. We're working with shit that's, like, 5 years old. And everybody's all used to the newest stuff, and it's a fucking hassle just to get that camera to record in HD, isn't it?
No, we need better lighting. That's what we need.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, we do a lot of our recording in, like, our bedrooms or our basements.
At midnight.
Which is pretty much the only time we have off where we can get together and do this, you know? So, like, we're working against time restrictions. And I think we're doing okay. I mean, we're learning.
Okay, you know what? Enough of this. Let's get this party on the road. What have you been up to in the last month, baby brother? What have you been watching, playing, listening, fapping to? Because I haven't made that joke in a while.
Yeah, woo. Typically, you don't party on roads because then people get hit by cars.
What about the party bus?
Typically, you don't party on a bus because then I charge my Lancer into the bus. Because fuck people.
Whatever. What have you been up to?
I've been doing a lot of painting. As I've announced in my first vlog ever, which was god fucking awful.
It wasn't that bad.
I hate it.
Yeah, I had to jump in and save you at one point, but it was okay.
Anyway, like I announced, there's a new Hordes and War Machine rulebook coming out that I am really excited to get my hands on. So I've started making a new War Machine army, which is great. I haven't been watching anything because it turns out that when you turn something you love into a job, you get less time for it because you do other shit for the job as well. You know? Still not listening to anything in particular. And... ooh, I bought a photo booth that's going to be coming in the mail at some point soon. That'll be cool. Do some shit with that. What about you, Ben? What have you been listening to, playing, watching? What have you been doing, big brother?
Well, speaking of buying shit in the mail, I actually bought, like, some guy in Japan was selling off his old Fate Stay Night goods. So I'm waiting for, like, a big fuck-off box of Fate Stay Night merch to arrive. Which is going to be awesome, because I'm going to do, like, a little, like, unboxing, a mini unboxing of it for the YouTube channel, because why the fuck not?
Well, I mean, depending on how big it is, it probably won't be a mini unboxing.
Well, there's quite a bit of shit in there. But, yeah, so that's a thing. I managed to sit through, well, I'm about to watch Yokozuna Quartet, I should say. I got distracted by watching Hen Neko again.
Hen Neko?
The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat.
Oh, is that like it's,
That's its Japanese abbreviation.
Okay.
You know, like that other one, that Konosuba, that's the abbreviation of the name.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
That's interesting.
But yeah, no, I started watching that again, and I guess I can maybe do like a little mini review of it.
Cool.
Don't know why I like it so much.
Mm.
There's a new song out from a metal super group called Nvidia I really like. I've been playing through Fate Extra again for some weird-ass reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I like Fate Extra. So much fucking grinding, though, dude. Fucking dungeon crawlers. So much grinding.
Who are you playing as, Gilgamesh?
No. Yes, I'm playing as Gilgamesh in Triple C, but I'm just doing Saber in, the regular version.
Oh, that's disappointing. Gilgamesh is,
The badass to the bad, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's the best. I still don't see how he qualifies as a fucking archer, though.
I also got my hands on Knights of Azure, which I have a review for in this episode, Dead or Alive Extreme 3 to see what all the fuss was about, and Senran Kagura Eastival Versus, because it's awesome. So I'm basically set for like the next 3 or 4 months. I haven't really been doing much else. I'm like Connor. I ordered a veritable fuck ton of manga I'm waiting to arrive, and basically it was all of last month's new releases. I had a big fucking pile show up in the mail today.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've got a term paper due in like a week that I haven't even glanced at yet. And aside from that, I've been just doing nothing but YouTube channel stuff. Like Connor said, once you turn this shit into a job, you just lose like time to do it for fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's not like we're not enjoying it still. It's just that, like, you get a new idea of how long shit takes, because we still have to work our day jobs, then we need to make time to watch anime, then we need to plan out fucking videos and Let's Plays, which are tanking, so we're probably going to replace those.
I've also still been writing, though. Like, I still find time to write, and, you know...
Yeah, I still find time to paint.
I'm gonna actually do... Like, I have a fucking segment prepared about my writing, because, you know, everybody knows Ben does Fire Emblem fan fiction. You know, Metal Lover is the authority for Fire Emblem fan fiction. I have my own subreddit.
You have your own fucking subreddit?
Someone made a subreddit about my new story.
Really?
On the Fire Emblem page, yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, and they...
Was it front page?
No.
Oh.
But,
Make that subreddit front page, people.
I don't know, only a couple of comments, and they were all basically like, yeah, he's not bad, but some of his stuff is pretty shit. I was just sitting there kind of like, fuck you guys!
To be fair, you've also been only doing Fire Emblem for how many fucking years now? I mean, they're saying some of your of your work's bad, but then again, a lot of your work on that site is from when you were in high school, isn't it? It's been like 7 years since.
Yeah, then. Well, the big one, that fucking Invisible Ties I wrote, has been like fucking... It's been 4 years. Basically 4 years since I started writing that, and it's kind of like... I look back at it and cringe, and I can only imagine what people that are only starting to read it now are thinking.
Yeah, well, I mean... You've grown as a writer. People shouldn't judge you on the earlier shit. And furthermore, it's not like any of this was syndicated or published or anything.
Speaking of which, I'm writing a new story based off Fire Emblem Fates. It's called Song of Dusk and Dawn. Look it up. Shameless self-promotion. Jazz hands.
Song of Dust and Dusk.
Dusk and Dawn.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to point out, you're not George R.R. Martin.
I know.
You don't need to start titles that are like blah with blah and blah.
Song because one of the main characters is a singer. Okay? That's her thing. You know, instead of a dancer, she's a singer.
Okay.
Dawn because Hoshido is the kingdom of dawn, and Dusk because Nor is the kingdom of dusk.
Game of Thrones because everybody's fighting for a big throne. Songs of Fire and Ice because Jon Snow's in the north with the White Walkers, and Khaleesi's got the dragons.
Okay, so
I'm just saying you rationalize it however the fuck you want, but it's still very similar.
Stop comparing me to Martin, damn it!
You're both hipsters.
Fuck you! Don't you dare call me a fucking hipster!
You are so a hipster.
Go fuck yourself!
What are you holding? Give me that.
No, fuck you!
Dude, give me it. I
No.
don't want you fucking with it because I need it for my wrist.
Go fuck your wrist. Maybe if you masturbate a little less, your wrist wouldn't bother you so much.
That's the wrong muscle, and second of all, fuck you. For those of you who can't see, because this is a podcast, Ben was playing with one of my wrist exercise equipment things because I hurt my wrists ages ago.
And Connor's also sitting here in his fucking underwear while we're recording.
It's not my underwear, they're my PJs. Fuck you.
You are literally sitting here in your underwear. I'm wearing jeans and like socks and shit.
Fuck you. It's 8 o'clock at night. We're in my bedroom. I will wear whatever the fuck I want. Be grateful I wear this much.
I
asshole.
Really am. I really cannot imagine.
It's like 300 degrees in here.
Well, fucking get an air conditioner.
In a basement? The fuck is wrong with you?
Whatever. So, what are we doing tonight? or whenever people are listening to this podcast. What are we doing on this episode, baby brother?
You're going to talk about new releases.
I also have new impressions of the anime season. I'm going to start with that.
Yes, and you have new releases too, don't you?
I do indeed. It's kind of a slow month.
Then
I have a Knights of Azure review at some point we'll do.
Yes. Is that all that you have before off topic?
I don't know, I can maybe talk a little bit more about my writing.
No, we don't need to do that.
Hey, fuck you, man! You get to talk all you want about your painting.
I'm not talking about my painting in this segment.
Fuck you, what else are we doing?
Then I will talk a bit about Excel Saga, an anime that I have seen through twice, and to this day I still have no fucking idea what it was about. And then I will...
The Great Lord El Pallazo! Conquering the world for the Great Lord El Pallazo. I apologize.
There's a reason for it, though, apparently.
I still don't understand it either, dude.
Yeah, and then I will talk about some things that I have found making new armies for War Machine. And then we'll get into the off-topics.
So, yeah, this is going to be mostly us blabbering shit, because clearly we don't have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, no, we've lost a ridiculous amount of time this month.
So, anyway, let's get on with it. Let's move this... Let's mosey. Let's fucking mosey.
After you, big brother.
Okay, so, with the new anime season, the, what is it? What are we in? Like, is this, like, summer? Is this, like, the American summer?
I don't know. This is Australia. We have the one fucking season.
Well, we have 2 seasons, okay? We have hot and dry and hot and wet.
Let's assume it's the American summer. You know what? Go on, I'll Google.
No, it is. I think it's the summer season, yeah. So, yes. First thing I've noticed is there is really not as much this season. Okay, like, there's really not a lot going on. I've gone from 14 different series last season to 6. Wait, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, 6. To 6 seasons. And one of them is a fucking, like, ONA. So that doesn't even count. So maybe 5 seasons. Series. But, yeah, so really, it's a slow season. But after last season, when we had fucking Heavy Object wrapping up and Utawara Romano as well, I mean, there was a lot of good shit last season. So it's going to be a lot to follow that up with. I'm still really looking forward to next season. And not just because of the 4th season of Fate Collide, Liner Prisma Elia.
Can I say something?
No. What? What?
I just Googled, is it currently the American summer? And it's just, like, I've gone through 3 pages of, don't miss out on wet, hot American summer. And it's like, Google, I did not fucking ask you for this. I can only imagine what fucking travesties I would get had I asked Siri.
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the series that I am watching and the ones that I said I was going to watch but got shit canned because the first episode didn't get to me. First of all, Flying Witch. The anime Flying Witch. I'm in love with this series. I really am. You've seen Kiki's Delivery Service, yeah?
No, I haven't. I own it. I haven't seen it. Oh, wait. Is it a Miyazaki film?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I own it then. I just haven't seen it.
Okay, well, basically, it's about a witch that goes to, like, live with her relatives because it's part of witch training to move away from home when you reach a certain age.
Kiki's Delivery or this?
This. Both.
Okay.
Fucking both of them.
Okay.
So this basically follows the same plot as Kiki's Delivery Service. You know, the main character is a young witch, and she's older, though. She's high school age. She's 16. She moves in with her relatives to basically continue her witch training, and it's a nice slice of life series that it's very slow going, but it's very funny, very endearing, very cute. But the thing that got me about this, though, is the magic is very traditional. Like, you see series like Fate Stay Night and fucking other magical anime shit like that. I can't remember any others off the top of my head, which is kind of weird. But you know how you get the fantasy magic battle anime shit going on where there's fucking flashing lights and fight scenes constantly? It's not like that. No, it's a much more subdued sort of traditional Wicca sort of magic.
Oh, great. A reason not to watch it.
Fuck off. It's good. It's funny. It's
well,
cute.
Like, if you'd have said, like, Howl's Moving Castle magic, where half the shit is mundane magic.
It is. That's basically what it is.
Where, like, he puts on the hood and pulls out a beard, or, like, where... what does Howl do? Actually,
Turn into a big fucking bird?
I remember him turning into slime when he thinks someone doesn't like him, and...
So basically every fucking teenager. But yeah, Flying Witch, definitely worth watching, I find. I find it to be very amusing. Very amusing. The newest offering from Studio Trigger of Kill La Kill, Kisniver.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's actually very serious. Like, which is weird because all their other shit has been really like happy-go-lucky and fun. But yeah, it's basically about these teenagers that get powers or something. I don't know. I'm not really. I have to rewatch it because I was kind of out of it when I first watched it.
Well, these are the same people that did Kill La Kill and Gurren Lagann, right?
Not Gurren Lagann.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know for their writing then, because Gurren Lagann was like, it was funny and peppy on the outside because they kind of present it to you like that, and you just get hyped up by the characters' enthusiasm and everything. But then when you sit down and think about it, it's like, holy fuck, this is dark.
Yeah.
I mean, spoiler warnings, everybody, but every man you know has loved dies. That shit is bleak.
Yeah. I've never actually seen Gurren Lagann.
It's not. I won't cry about it.
Okay.
It's not that great.
Now, excuse me while I mangle this pronunciation. Netoge no yome wa onanoko janai to omota.
The fuck you'd call me?
I'm not 100% on the translation, but it's basically... I told you about this one. It's about the guy that proposes marriage to a character in a game, and it's actually like a middle-aged dude, and he loses all faith in humanity.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this. And then, doesn't he meet, like, another girl?
Yeah, he actually starts playing with other characters, and it turns out they're all cute girls he goes to high school with, and they are all basically harem anime tropes. But this series was actually quite amusing. Look, it's another harem anime. Okay, there's nothing special about it. It's just another harem anime.
To be fair, that's, like, all Japan pumps out these days.
But the main character... Can I fiddle with this, or are you going to get pissy about that?
No, go for
Okay.
it. It's just a piece of plastic.
So, the main heroine... Her
Take
name
this
is...
as well. Oh, and, this? No, take this.
Shut the fuck up! The main character... The main heroine, I should say. Her name is Akko, and she's basically a...
You can throw it all out when you're done.
Shut up. Interrupt me one more fucking time, I will slap you in the tit. The main heroine's name is Akko, and she's basically like a hikikomori, shut-in, neat kind of girl that cannot differentiate real life from video games, and I know we've all been there. I know you've been there.
Me?
Yeah.
Fucking when?
But it's actually really funny because she actually goes into like these depressed fucking rages where she's like, all the regular normal people should just die and just leave us alone, and the world would be so much better if all the regular normal people died. And she does like that yawn face. It's fucking hilarious.
Right? I've never honestly met a girl like that.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny. It's amusing. What else have we got? Anne Happy, which I mistranslated as unhappy, because the main character's name is Anne. It's fucking adorable. It's another slice of life one. It was that one about the why are you rubbing your face like that?
'Cause I'm sleepy.
But yeah, it's another slice of life series. Basically, all the unlucky kids get stuck in one class at school with the intention of making them happy. That's basically what this series is. And all the main characters are more fucking tropes. It's funny, though.
So wait, like the teachers gather all the unlucky students in school and put them in one class in the hopes to make them happy.
Yes.
See, I'm fairly certain that there's some kind of science, pseudo or otherwise, out there that states that class will have like a mass heart attack or something.
Yeah, but it's still funny. It's amusing. The addition of the fucking bunny robot to help them get happy was a little bit stupid. Like, that was unnecessary. But apart from that, the series is still going pretty strong. It's very amusing.
I might look at it. I wouldn't put it high on my list of priorities, though. It doesn't sound that entertaining.
It's pretty. It's funny. It gets a laugh out of me every episode.
Mm.
What else we got? Again, I apologize for mangling the pronunciation of this one because I haven't actually practiced at it yet. ReZero Kara Hajimaru Isekai Saikatsu, which is ReZero beginning again from point zero again, or some shit like that. I don't know. I haven't been practicing my Japanese lately. But this one came recommended to me by the guy that runs the J-List blog, and quite frankly, he's never wrong. So like he has yet to steer me wrong before, but this one is kind of striking me as the one that he kind of steered me wrong with. At this point, I'm only watching it because I'm 3 episodes deep and I'm committed. But the story is about this kid that dies. Well, like, he's another hikikomori NEET that is surprisingly fit despite never fucking leaving his house. And he gets magically transported to a fantasy world. And get this, it just happens. There is no fucking rhyme or reason for it. He just literally blinks, and all of a sudden he's in a fantasy world.
Well, you said he dies, right?
And
Maybe
he
that's
dies
just heaven.
Well, he dies in the fantasy world. He doesn't die. He just literally blinks in the regular world, and then he's in this fantasy world. That is some pretty fucking shit writing.
Well, I mean, it's very much so like an I don't give a damn anymore type thing. Like, because everybody does this and everybody has their reasons for why he's now in the fantasy world. This very much seems like he's just kind of gone, no one cares why you're there. We just care what you do while you're there.
Yeah. But basically, he dies and he starts from the point where he entered the world. And the last 3 episodes have been about him trying to beat his first death. Where he gets like fucking sliced open, like stem to stern. He's just fucking like gutted like a fish. It's surprisingly violent at times, this series. But still interesting enough. I mean, yeah, it's not that great. I'm probably going to drop it at some point in the very near future.
I might look at it. The concept of... Well, it sounds to me like it's Dark Souls of the anime, so...
Kinda. Actually, that's a very... I dropped it. Fuck, I got another one here. Yeah, that's basically actually a good way of looking at it. Okay, onto the 2 ONAs that I'm watching. We got Uchi Patrol Luluko, which is Space Patrol Luluko. Another series from Studio Trigger. This is the one where they're getting all their goofy funness out. Yeah, I haven't really got much to say about this one. If you like the humor in Kill La Kill, you'll enjoy this one. Like, they're 5-minute episodes.
Cool. Can I interject before you do your next thing?
I got, like, one more anime.
Well, this won't take long. Seeing as we just mentioned Dark Souls, I just found out that they did a Kickstarter for a Dark Souls board game. And I was kind of like, I wish I'd have known about this before I spent my fucking paycheck. Because I would have Kickstarted it. It's all in pounds, but it's all good shit. I would have loved it. I liked Dark Souls.
I'm not a Dark Souls fan. I'm not a fan.
I like it. I like the concept. I haven't been able to play 2 or 3 because they are expensive. But I've played 1, yet to beat it. Frankly, I got bored at a point because... It's not that I'm too good, because I know that's not fucking it. It's that they applied a patch to the game to make it easier for people. And I kind of picked the game up because I didn't want it to be easy. I wanted it to be a challenge. The only time I've died is because I walked off a cliff just to see what dying was like in this game.
Okay, can I continue now?
Yes, you can continue now. I wanted to express my disappointment.
You got a pen down here?
No.
Just give me the art line. Let me make a fucking note.
I got a pen. It writes in red, and it is shaped like a syringe with fake blood in it.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I got it on Halloween. From Saunders Farm.
Yes.
I fucking loved that. Witness me.
So, also, I've kind of been watching Final...
Press the tab.
Whatever. I've also kind of been watching Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood, I think it's called. I don't know, the anime series that they've been doing about 15. I mean, it's... whatever.
Boy bands in a road trip.
Pretty much, with an occasional fight scene thrown in. It's not that great. I'll do a rant about Final Fantasy 15 later. Okay.
Okie dokie.
So we got 2 other series that I'm kind of considering watching that I may start. We got Big Order, which is apparently similar to Mirai Nikki, which was Future Diary.
Oh, I fucking loved Future Diary. How is it similar? Do explain.
Apparently it's similar in that the Yuko character has basically Yuno,
yes.
Yuno character has been picked up and like placed in this series. I don't know.
Is she even called Yuno?
No, she's called something different. But apparently the yandere is right. The yan is strong with this one.
There's a problem though. I've seen Yan done where it's like, oh, she's so crazy, but it doesn't. The important thing about yandere is it's crazy cute, and I've seen it done where it's just crazy, and they're like, oh, the cuteness comes because she's crazy. No, it doesn't. You have to work for both aspects of the character. But
apparently this is done by the same people, though, so...
I will look at this, then.
We've also got Seisen Cerberus, Ryoko no Fatality. It's that fantasy harem anime. I don't know. I like to have one fantasy harem action fight anime, 1 per season. This is probably the one I'm going to start watching.
Well, the way Japan's been going, God knows you won't be
starved for choice, yeah.
For it.
For the ones I said I was going to watch but got bored with, what is there? Bakuon, the one about motorbikes. It's actually boring as fuck unless you're a bike nut. They kind of presented it like K-On! But with motorbikes, but they just didn't do like the humor. End Ride was not interesting at all. Phoenix Wright, I stopped watching because I forgot I actually didn't like Phoenix Wright.
I liked Phoenix Wright. I hate the idea behind all the shit they do with it now, though. A live-action movie, Edgeworth gets a manga, fuck y'all.
What else we got? 100, boring. Whatever. Cabaneri, shit can, yeah. No, New Game, boring. Sancha Sanyo, boring as fuck. Tanaka Kunwa Itsumo Kedaruji, interesting concept, but not really executed very well. That was the one about the slacker that just wants to be a slacker, but his friends won't let him be a slacker.
What was what was interesting about it, though? Because that just sounds like basic life for us. You know, we want to do nothing, but we don't.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, that's the new anime season in a nutshell. Now, because we're already at 30 minutes, I'm going to breeze through the new releases for May.
Ooh, I found another thing I can talk about. Sorry, just when we get the chance.
Do you want to make a note, or?
I've got it up now.
Do you want to talk about it now?
Can I? Are you moving on to the next segment?
Well, we're in between segments right now.
Okay. So, recently I've been reading a manga called Kimagure Orange Road. Now, I started reading this because I found a Kickstarter for it on, well, Kickstarter, obviously. And basically they want to re-release it in the West, I think. And the Kickstarter kind of touted it as, like, this is one of the greatest romance manga, ever. And everyone will love it re-released. It's the foundation behind all of it. All romance manga to come afterwards is built off of this. And I was kind of like, okay, that sounds great. I should kickstart it. To the point where I could get the entire manga. Because keeping in mind that this is finished, this is a reprinting, I would have needed to have kickstarted for like $2,000.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, okay, fuck this. So I borrowed it from a friend who was kind enough to let me read it. And, yeah, no, not worth it. It was good. It had some great laughs in it. It repeated the same story about 100 times, though, because it's like sometimes the chapter is self-contained, you know, it's just a little side story about him and his family and shit. And they do that like 100 times in it without giving any permanent character development or anything. And it's just not that great. The basic rundown of the storyline is the protagonist is an Esper who transfers to a new school when people find out about his family's powers. He runs into a girl the day before he starts school, falls in love with her, goes to school, kind of ends up in a relationship with her younger sister. She's not really her younger sister, they're just like really close friends like that. And the entire... I have to also point out, this isn't so much like he goes and he asks her to go out with him and the younger sister thinks that he's talking to her. This is, the younger sister basically forces herself upon him, and he is too nice to say no. What ends up happening is eventually things... It actually takes to the last fucking chapter of the manga for any kind of development to happen within this love triangle, where they're kind of like, no, and she finds out that he actually loves the other one, and it's just... Yeah.
So it's kind of in that permanent limbo sort of state that
until the very
the
fucking
status
end.
Quo that basically gets unmoved for the entire series.
Until the very end.
That Japan seems to love doing, because apparently people love that romantic tension. I say with gratuitous use of air quotes.
And like, I would also be less pissed about this if something more came out of his Esper powers, because for the entire thing, his abilities are less like, because it's meant to be a focal point of the series, you get me? It's meant to be like, he has to hide this from people, otherwise he'll have to leave again, and he doesn't want these girls to find out because he genuinely cares for them. And like, there are times when he's like, oh shit, maybe she's found out, and oh shit, what's happening now? And nothing ever comes of it. You know, it's kind of like...
That's probably because they intended to write it as like a sort of Esper story, but then they realized, I can get more attention by writing a love triangle story.
Nope, it blatantly is just a love triangle story.
Exactly what I mean. Like, they realized, like, one chapter in, well, fuck the Esper story, someone else is doing it better, let's just make it about a love triangle.
Maybe. I don't know, it was just... I was very disappointed. And it was a good read. Don't get me wrong, I recommend it to read. But
It doesn't live up to the hype.
yeah, no, it's definitely not $2,000 worth. That's fucking for sure.
Okay, well, now that we've talked about that should have waited for fucking off topic.
No, that fits. Fuck you, go.
New releases for May. We've got light novels and manga from Yen Press. As always, releasing at some point towards the end of the month because it changes every fucking month. And I can never find a concrete release date. We got the first volume of the Anne Happy manga, which is, it's delightful. It's delightful. If I had enough space for more manga, I would be picking this one up. Volume 7 of the Certain Magical Index novels. Yeah, it's still ongoing. Corpse Party Blood Covered Manga, Volume 1.
Oh, fuck, they've just released Corpse Party on Steam.
I know. I've got an off-topic note about that.
Okay, because I wasn't happy about that.
And, of course, the My Youth Romantic Comedy Is Wrong As I Expected, which is Snafu anime. The manga of that, the first volume of that is coming out. From Seven Seas, we have Volume 1 of Showman's Sample. You'll remember me talking about that from last season. Was it last season or the season before? I think it was the season before, actually. But, yeah, I talked about that at some point. It was okay. Coming out on the 3rd of the 5th. The second volume of The Testament of Sister New Devil comes out on the 3rd as well. Monster Musume, I Heart Monster Girls, Volume 1, comes out on the 17th. That's side stories, basically short stories drawn by different artists.
Might be interesting.
The guy that did Nurse Hitomi is actually... He did one of them. I actually think he did the cover art for it.
I stopped reading that.
Eh.
It's good, but it just...
The second volume of Angel Beats Heaven's Door, which is the prequel to the Angel Beats anime series.
Did you finish that?
Yes.
That's right. I remember. I was watching TV and you screamed down the stairs, "Come the fuck on!" I'll read that.
I got the first volume upstairs.
Okay, I'll read that for you.
The third volume of A Certain Scientific Accelerator comes out on the 31st, which is okay. I mean, it's not great.
Well, I mean,
It's a spin-off of a spin-off.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Index was that he has no powers and he gets his ass kicked. He is always the underdog, and that cannot change. Fucking Accelerator is God. He's the strongest level 5 in Academy City, even when he's hooked up to all the sisters.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the point of the manga is he can't use all that power because he's trying so hard to protect Last Order, and he doesn't want her to get, like, caught in the crossfire. He doesn't want her to be collateral damage.
He doesn't... There's another interesting thing about it. He doesn't want her to be collateral damage, but he has the power to make it so she can't be collateral damage.
Yeah, I know.
He can literally just cut off all vectors going towards her.
And last but not least, from Seven Seas, we've got the second Frank and Fran omnibus coming out on the 31st as well.
Frank and Fran?
It's kind of like Blackjack meets Monster Musume.
I'm guessing like a female Frankenstein, or...
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not great, but it's interesting.
I mean... Didn't they recently redo Blackjack and it wasn't good?
I don't want to talk about it.
It hurt?
It hurt.
Where did the publishers hurt you, Ben?
Right here.
Why?
Why am I pointing at my crotch? Because fuck you, that's why.
Well, because it's not like they can see it. They just have to go off my disturbed expressions that you are now pointing at your genitalia.
Coming out from Dark Horse this month.
Yeah, no, just gloss over that. Fucking sicko.
Coming out from Dark Horse this month, we've got the 4th volume of Oromo Kuroneko coming out on the 4th. Funny that. Coming out from Viz Manga, we've got the 1st volume of the Dragon Ball Full Color Frieza arc on the 3rd. Also,
what do you mean full color?
Because they've been republishing the Dragon Ball manga, but in full color. So every page is full color.
They're just trying to get as much money out of this.
They're trying to milk as much as they can, yeah.
I'm surprised it took them this long to do it, honestly.
Also coming out on the 3rd is Volume 15 of the Nisekoi manga. Well and truly past the anime by this stage. I am still playing catch-up with this motherfucker. Coming out in the world of Region 1, which is the America's DVD and Blu-ray releases. Nothing interesting from Viz Media this month. Something Pokemon, don't really care. Coming out from Sentai Filmworks, Akame ga Kill Volume 2 on the 17th. The Fruit of Grisea Complete Collection comes out on the 10th, which is fucking awesome. Grisea was the shit, man.
Except for the last season, which was fucking confusing and pointless and dumb, and it lost me.
Yeah, pretty much. And Azumanga Daioh, Sentai Select reissue is coming out on the 3rd.
I liked that. So wait, as a manga or as an anime?
Anime.
Okay.
The DVDs. I'm up to the DVDs.
I already have that, but I think I might get it again because I actually really liked Azumanga Daioh.
You're gonna buy the same DVD twice.
Well, I mean, if there's new shit in it.
No.
There's not?
It's the same fucking thing you have. And this is Region 1 I'm talking about, dingus.
Yeah, but it'll come to us eventually.
But
fuck you! You don't listen when I talk. Why should I listen when you talk, bitch?
It's honestly, I felt Azumanga Daioh worked better as a manga rather than as the anime, but whatever. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably definite.
From Funimation, complete collections of Guilty Crown and a certain Magical Index Part 2, a certain Magical Index 2 are coming out at some point, as well as a re-release of Devil is a Part-Timer. I couldn't find fucking release dates because Funimation changed their website again, and I can't make fucking heads or tails of their website. Okay, the Funimation website is so not user-friendly. It is ridiculous.
Can I just say something?
Yes, what?
I have Guilty Crown in both of its single releases, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Every time I get interested enough in an anime to do this, to buy both collections of it, they come out with a complete collection. Every fucking time.
Yeah, you know.
Not this time, Psycho Pass. I got you, bitch.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. In the world of Region 4, which is Australia and Australasia, DVD and Blu-ray releases. From Madman, we have Blade Dance of the Elementalers complete, which is kind of like a fantasy version of Infinite Stratos. It is literally the same story as Infinite Stratos, but in a fucking fantasy world.
By the same people?
I don't know if it's by the same people, but basically the only fucking male in the world that can do this shit goes to a school of fucking girls. That's it. That's a fucking story. Whatever. It's, I don't know. If you liked Infinite Stratos, you'll like this one. Data Live Series 2 collection comes out on the 4th. That's why we couldn't find it.
I liked it, but I don't know if I'll get the second season.
The second season wasn't as good, but it was okay.
I've heard that, which is a shame because I really fucking liked Data Live.
Yeah.
And I would have all the Nendoroids for it if the Yoshino Nendoroid wasn't so fucking expensive.
Apparently the movie was shit.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll see what the fuss is about.
Interesting premise that just didn't get better.
And as Connor mentioned before, Psycho Pass complete seasons 1 and 2 are both coming out on the 4th as well.
Fuck yeah, this is the one I waited for. I wanted this. I said to myself, Connor, don't buy it in the collections. Because when you buy them in separate collections, they release a complete collection, and then you feel stupid because now you have less space on your shelf. This time, I got you, bitch. I won this round. One Connor, like 150 for anime companies, but I got that one.
Nothing much coming out from Hanabi this month. We get Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works Season 2 on the 12th, which is fucking awesome anyway, but still, that's all that's coming out from Hanabi. In the world of gaming, not a lot coming out this month, which is good because I'm set for the next month. We've got Doom, the remake of Doom coming out on the 13th.
I wanted that, but then they announced the new Pokemon games, so...
It's coming out on the 13th on the Xbone, the PS4, and the PC. Valkyria Chronicles Remastered on the 17th. Comes out on the PS4. Fuck the hell yeah. Fucking loved Valkyria Chronicles. Game was so good. And they released 2 shit ones afterwards. But apparently there's going to be a 4th one.
And what, you think this will be better?
I hope so. I really do.
History says it won't, Ben.
I know. And I'm only mentioning this because it's such a big deal and everybody's making a fucking fuss about it. Overwatch comes out on the 24th on the Xbone, the PS4, and the PC.
That's Blizzard, right?
That's the Blizzard fucking, not Dota, Team Fortress. The Blizzard version of Team Fortress coming out on the 24th.
I care so little about it, I keep forgetting it's by Blizzard.
I know. I might get it when the price drops, because you know it will.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually got an email. That's it for the new releases this month. As always, I only talked about what was interesting to us. There's a lot of other shit coming out. I just really didn't feel like talking about it all. But what's interesting, I got an email from Blizzard that they're trying so hard. They're trying so hard to get previous players back. Because they actually said you can have Warlords of Draenor for free. You can fucking have Warlords of Draenor for free.
You know what?
And we will give you the character boost to level 90 for free. And here's a week of free game time as well.
You know what, though? that would be based entirely off of your playtime, because I did not get that email.
Yeah.
And like I didn't play as much as you did. So I played a fair bit, but I didn't play all that much.
Yeah, you didn't play 6 hours a day like I did.
Yeah, so they probably looked at, which poor bastard can we reel back in.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of tempting, but after that week is up, I'd be out.
Yeah, well, Also, we called them dicks on a blog about them shutting down Nostalrius. So, there's that. Fuck you, Blizzard.
Whatever. So, yeah, that's a thing. What are we doing next?
Did you not have more?
No, that's it for the new releases. I gotta...
No, I mean, you had an anime, didn't you?
No, I had Knights of Azure.
Then go for it, bro.
Why am I doing them all in a row? Give me a break. You do something.
I did something. I talked about Orange Road.
Why is this podcast all Ben?
Do you want me to do XL Saga?
Yeah,
it's not all
Saga.
Ben. It's not all Ben. I'm putting shit in.
I'm the talent, though.
You want to do this? You want to do this right fucking now?
No, I don't. I'm fucking kidding.
Okay, that's what I
I'm
thought.
kidding.
All right, then.
Do fucking,
I'm going to.
XL Saga.
Seeing as you're such a whiny bitch. So
how does the ending theme go? Arr, 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 arr. Some shit like that?
I never watched the ending theme.
Really? You didn't watch Menchi?
Once. I saw it like a very little bit of it once, and I was kind of like, I'm not going to sit through this. I'm just not. The series is already fucking weird enough.
Yeah. But ever since I watched that, ever since I watched the XL Saga, every animal I look at, every pet that my friends or my family have, is the emergency food source.
Oh, God.
I'm not even kidding, dude.
Okay, so XL Saga was a manga, became an anime, and is extremely confusing. Not in the way that End of Evangelion is confusing, more so in the way that understanding how some fish can breathe air is confusing. You know?
Lungs.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. It's more confusing in the way that I don't understand how my dog can find entertainment by watching a trail of ants all day.
There you go.
It's not unentertaining. It's actually quite funny. But the storyline is very, very difficult to grasp. Like, I get the feeling that it's probably very overt and obvious to some people, and to others it's just kind of like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, to some people it's like, this is fucking gold, and to other people you watch it strictly for like the flashing colors and the stupid costumes.
Yeah. So the basic rundown is the secret organization across, believing that the world is corrupt, intends to take over it, starting with a small city. The organization is led by Il Palazzo and his chief officers XL and Hayat, who basically get into trouble all the fucking time.
Yeah.
There's 3 guys. They have names, apparently. I could never find them. They're probably spoken like in the first episode and then just choomp for the rest of it. But there are 3 guys who are basically just fucking cannon fodder for XL and Hayat. I don't know. Interesting fact, Hayat is voiced by the same, in the English dub, voiced by the same lady who did Hinata from Naruto. Which is actually kind of nice. So XL is boundless, stupid energy. Il Palazzo is actually very rarely there. He's their boss, and he says some things. I get the impression he knows how stupid they are, and just doesn't want to admit it to himself. And Hayat dies in every episode, sometimes twice.
She just keels over. Keels over and dies.
It's her shtick to die and then be perfectly fine in the next scene.
Yeah.
Like Kenny, except not...
Except no one makes a big deal about it.
Yeah, well, because they all know she's going to be fine. The one standout scene, and I guess spoiler warning, that sticks in my mind is the beach episode. Or no, the pool episode. It's a public pool. And she's drinking, like, tomato juice, and the guy, one of the 3 guys who has a huge crush on her, she ends up giving the can to him, and he's like, oh, yay, an indirect kiss, and he drinks it, and he's like, this is very irony. Because the joke being she has been coughing and bleeding into her can of tomato juice.
It's fucked up.
It's... I'm still trying to grasp what the fuck the dude with the huge afro is about.
The one that constantly just, like, the universe is like, yeah, you can have a redo, and he just constantly goes, no!
Pretty much. Well, like, he keeps... All I remember is...
my beautiful wife!
All I remember is one episode where, like, he floods their base, and he's just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so... And the water's, like, going up past his face, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, why? There was no motivation for you to do this. You just fucking did it. No one said you needed to do this. You gave no reason for wanting to do this. What the fuck is happening? Is this comedy? What's going on?
This whole series was basically what the fuck is going on. And that's what it worked in its favor.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. 10 out of 10. Watch it again.
Really?
Well, not 10 out of 10, like 7. 7 out of 10. I do intend to watch it a third time.
Wow.
But I did enjoy it. It's very much so a leave your brain at the door thing, you know? Like, you can take it with you, but the entire time you're just going to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, pretty much. That's yeah.
So, yeah.
And of course, then there's the dog Menchie.
Yes, Menchie.
That XL literally keeps around as her emergency food source. And it's actually a recurring joke that she tries to, like, catch him and eat him. And he gets away. And she continually catches him and puts him back in captivity, intending to eat him just for him to get away again.
Yeah. And, you know, I think it's funny because I imagine PETA would be like, no, that's so evil. But then Alf tried to eat a cat every day on fucking... What was his show called? Alf?
Yeah, there you go.
I thought so. I don't know. 80s television, different rules.
Yep.
Okay, back to you, big bro.
I don't even want to fucking talk about Knights of Azure now.
It's just not good.
It's not... Look... Okay, quick rundown to Knights of Azure. It is a Yuri action RPG from Gust of the Arno Surge and Atelier fame. It's not a bad game, but it's...
How is it Yuri? How do you explain that?
Well, the two main characters are both buxom young women that are basically in love with each other and don't want to admit it.
Okay, that works, I guess.
Well, like, one of them is in love with the other one but doesn't realize her feelings because she's the strong knight character that doesn't have emotions. She just exists for war. But, yeah. The problem I'm finding with a lot of games that Gust and NIS and shit like that are bringing over to the West, especially their PS4 games, they don't feel like PS4 games.
They feel like they were developed for another console.
No, they just feel like PS3 games. Like you get a game like Dragon Age Inquisition, okay, and you try playing that on the PS3, and it's just like, this does not work.
Well, because
this is a fucking PS4 game.
Yeah, because it's full of. It works on PS3, but it's made in such a way that you need to use it on the PS4 to properly utilize all of its functions.
Yeah, well, this doesn't feel like a PS4 game. That's my major complaint about it. I can't describe it any better than that. I mean, the story is that basically the main character, the knight, is assigned to a mission on this island. She's met there by her old friend, fucking big-titted other girl. I can't remember any of the names. And basically the big-titted other girl is told, you're going to be a sacrifice to keep the fucking demon lord from respawning, and the entire point of the game is trying to find a way out of this.
Uh-huh.
There's more to it than that. Like, it is an interesting game, and the gameplay is kind of fun, because instead of just playing on your own, you have 4 little spirits you can summon that fight alongside of you, kind of like a retarded Pokemon. But, I don't know, I would if I had to give this game a number at the stage I'm at after playing it so far, I would probably only give it a 4. After all the fucking trouble I went through to get this game, it kind of...
This is the one where you went to pick it up and
yeah, I did my rant about that on YouTube.
Ah, glorious, glorious.
So yeah, it was okay. I mean, if you liked Artonelico or like Arno Surge, you would like this game.
Okay.
I'm still playing it. I'm still enjoying it. Like, it's not a bad game. It just
doesn't mesh well with the PS4.
It could have been better. It feels like Gust pumped it out just to get it out. Speaking of Gust, the new fucking Atelier game releases soon. Ah, Atelier Sophie! It's gonna be awesome!
You keep telling me to play those games, but I never get around to it.
Whatever. We got anything else, or are we going on to off topic?
Let's go to off topic, Ben.
Okie dokie. You know what I don't get? I don't understand Negima. I don't get it.
Isn't that the anime where he can use magic 7 times, but then he dies?
He's the little kid, and he's like surrounded by all the fucking fuck some women.
And yeah, he can use magic 7 times and then he dies.
I think is the
And like he keeps getting into mischief and whatnot that tempts him to use magic.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, what is so good about this series?
Is it a big deal? I've never...
A lot of people speak very highly of it, and I don't get it.
I mean, I guess I could look at it.
I don't know. I think it's by the same person that did Love Hina.
It's old, though, isn't it?
It is quite old.
It's like Neon Genesis old, isn't it?
I don't know if it's that old, but it's quite old.
Okay.
And maybe it's a big deal because it was the first one to do this kind of harem anime thing.
Can I just say something funny? I was watching Gundam Wing, and there was an ad for Neon Genesis on it, and I was kind of like, holy fuck, I'm old! I remember watching both of these in primary school, and now I'm fucking 23.
I know, right? That makes you feel old as shit.
Oh god, I'm probably gonna die soon.
This is interesting, actually. I got some interesting news here. Team YP, which is YouPorn's Electronic Sports League team.
YouPorn.
YouPorn has an ESL team.
Okay.
They've actually been banned from all ESL events because their main sponsor is a porn site.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems stupid.
That seems fucking petty. Why?
I mean, if anyone needs porn more, if anyone needs quick access to porn, it should be electronic sports players.
Yeah, well, fucking, it's ridiculous.
I mean, who uses porn most? People that play StarCraft for a living.
I'm sorry if you guys play StarCraft for a living that are listening to this.
Oh, yeah, because anyone who plays sports professionally listens to us.
Whatever.
Electric or otherwise.
Koihime Enbu, a fighting game where all the characters are gender-bent versions of characters from the classic tale Romance of the Three Kingdoms, is coming to the West via Steam sometime next month.
I don't care.
I just thought I'd bring it up because shit like this is finally starting to make its way to the West, and it's interesting.
What, gender-bent stuff?
Just weird Japanese shit that you would not see out of Japan like 5 or 10 years ago.
Okay, I will not say... Because, like, if you want to see a gender-bent version of fucking anything, you just type it into Google.
Yeah.
Because, like, there is a community for this, and it is fucking huge. And it's not just a Japanese community.
I know.
Like, people, Ash is a boy. Get over it.
You know what? You know what shits me? The fucking Persona series fucking fanboys and shit like that say, no, Naruto is trans. Naruto is not trans. Naruto is a woman.
She doesn't even identify as male.
Exactly. The whole point is her coming to terms with being a woman. And you know what? You read all the manga, you read like her fucking spin-off novel and shit like that, because she got her own spin-off novel. Mm-hmm. She is straight up female.
Yeah, no, it's not... She's not trans. She's just a chick.
Yeah.
I mean...
And that really gets under my skin. I'm not bagging out trans people here. I'm not bagging out the LGBT community. But just fucking leave it alone.
People are looking for something where there isn't anything.
It's like those fucking...
They want a champion when there isn't one.
It's like the politicians that did the witch hunts against heavy metal in the 80s. You're going in there looking for something that isn't fucking there.
She's just a... whatever.
And you know why that bugs me? Because she's my favorite fucking character.
Yeah, well... At what point did it become like, oh, she's trans because she wears boys' clothes?
She's my favorite character, which really bugs me because the Detective Naruto novel was so bad. But
really? Have you read it?
Yeah, of course I've read it. It was like bad fan fiction.
Oof.
I don't know if it was just the translation or if it was the fact that it was poorly written, but yeah.
Could be both.
Tekken X Street Fighter, not to be confused with Street Fighter X Tekken, has been officially put on hold. The developer, Bandai Namco, has stated that they're just waiting for the right time to release it.
Tekken X Street Fighter? There was a Street Fighter X Tekken?
Basically, Capcom and Bandai Namco said, let's do like a merger game where we have the characters from Street Fighter and Tekken fight each other. You guys make one, we'll make one, and we'll release them at the same time. And Capcom released theirs, and Bandai Namco kind of went, you know what? We're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna wait.
So it's not so much that they're not ready; it's that they want to do theirs better so they can one up their competition.
But fucking Street Fighter X Tekken came out like 2 or 3 years ago, man.
I don't like these fighting games in general because there's so much fucking politics in it.
Yeah. Sword Art Online Hollow Realization is reportedly coming out in the West sometime this fall. At this point, I just want them to stop.
What's that on? That's the
PS4.
So that's not the crossover with...
No, that's not the .hack crossover one. But Hollow Fragment and Lost Song were so fucking bad, I just want them to stop at this point. It's a good idea, but they are not executing it properly.
Well, I mean, they're not going to stop because they make money off of it.
I know, and it's really frustrating. Tales of Berseria, the next installment in the popular Tales series, is slated for an early 2017 release here in the West, and I don't want to wait. I want this game so bad.
I shed no tears for your pain.
And I really hope it's better than fucking Tales of Zestiria was.
If it makes you feel any better, we have donuts. You can indulge in Kumberspeck.
I'm going to need my Kumberspeck.
I tried explaining the concept of grief bacon to my boss the other day, and he just did not understand it.
He's not German. He doesn't understand.
Well, it's not just that. He doesn't understand grief eating at all.
Really?
Yeah. I guess he's just one of those people that feel their emotions.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos.
Other regular, happy, normal people should just go fucking die.
Not really. They should all listen to our podcast and watch our YouTube videos.
You really?
Why don't you like me?
Shut
That's the impression I want to get across.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. The localization is being handled by Atlus, not Nintendo. And the Fire Emblem fan community collectively breathed a fucking sigh of relief. Thank Christ.
Yeah, Nintendo, you make some great shit. But I think at a point, it should just be taken from you. You're as bad as Lucas, okay?
Actually, you know what? I actually read that Fire Emblem is now being considered by Nintendo to be one of their biggest IPs. Like, it's one of their most important IPs. To the point where Nintendo are actually doing, like, a fucking app. Like, they're doing a smartphone app about Fire Emblem.
Which is interesting, considering that wasn't Fates, or is it Awakening?
Awakening was supposed to be the last game in the series if it didn't do well. And
with this whole, like, pairing system and everything, they have just fucking rebuilt their fan base so well.
Now they we're old school Fire Emblem fans, okay? Back when there was a fucking story in the game. I'm not knocking all you millennial fucking Fire Emblem fans that have come along in recent years. Welcome to the fandom, guys. But you gotta fucking realize that these two new games are shite compared to the old ones. Okay? And I know that makes me sound like a fucking hipster. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
I didn't say it. All I was gonna say is that these games are still good.
They're still good, but they don't hold a candle to games like Path of Radiance or Blazing Sword.
Let me put it this way. I put Awakening above Ike's once.
Above the Radiance games?
Yeah. If only because I didn't like them, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It didn't come across very well.
I did like them. I did really enjoy them. But anyway, now that Fire Emblem is being considered one of Nintendo's biggest IPs...
Get ready for more dickery with their fucking localizations.
Pretty much. You know, maybe we'll see an anime. I would like to see a Fire Emblem anime.
Oh yeah, a Fire Emblem anime where there's no fighting because violence is bad and it's not family friendly.
Shut the fuck up.
And there's no dating because sexuality can be painful and hurting people. And rejection hurts too, so...
Shut the fuck up about the localization already! Everybody needs to shut the fuck up about the Fire Emblem localization already! I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing about it!
Ben, do you know what I'm doing right now?
What?
This is me talking to you about my assassin background.
What?
You don't get the joke?
No!
Because they cut that conversation out. Did it take you that long to get it? Oh. Okay, I think we're at an hour and I've just broken Ben.
I still have notes.
Ugh.
Canadian retailer Video Games Plus is reprinting Trauma Center 1 and 2. It's being released on May 2nd in their original DS states. So basically they're reprinting the original DS versions of these games.
Only in Canada or...
Yeah, you can ship them worldwide.
Okay, I'm going to have to get them because they were nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fucking difficult.
Yeah, the original games being reprinted and shipped worldwide from the Video Games Plus website.
And they're not 3DS games, they're DS games.
They're original fucking DS games. These were the first Trauma Center was one of the DS launch titles.
Well, that's good. I'll enjoy that.
I talk about that later. I don't know how to pronounce this. Gakthun of Golden Lightning, localized by Manga Gamer, released on Steam, totally uncensored. It's a fucking erotic VN on Steam. Boom.
Well, are they releasing it actually uncensored, or like here's the uncensorship patch?
No, it is actually uncensored because it doesn't show any penetration.
Oh, well then fucking you don't need to censor it, do you?
Well, there's like tits and there's fucking white milky liquid. I'm not kidding, man. This is an explicit game, and it's on Steam.
Whatever. I mean, meh.
Corpse Party is coming out on the 3DS with 14 new chapters of story sometime this summer. The Steam version, which I believe has some extra content as well, is already out.
The Steam version's extra content is just content from the second game that they have shoehorned into the first game.
Oh, okay.
The second game has a whole different perspective and exploration role, so they've also changed it to fit the first game. I have no intention of buying this on Steam. I have all 3 games. I may buy the Corpse Party on the 3DS if it actually has new content and not repurposed content.
It does say it has new content. They did say it has brand new content.
Okay. I may buy it.
Valkyrie Anatomia, a prequel game to the Valkyrie Profile series, is set to come out later this year in Japan on the iOS and Android. And fuck you, Square. Why the fuck would you do this to us? After all these years of waiting, we get a shitty iOS game. This is not what we were promised. I want a fucking Valkyrie Profile 3, okay? You owe me a Valkyrie Profile 3. This is just like Blizzard and StarCraft Ghost. Fuck you!
Yeah, but at least, eventually Square will probably apologize for it. Pussies.
Also, Final Fantasy 15, there was all kinds of hype built about that with, like, the movie and shit like that. I don't really care anymore.
The original concept looked interesting. The more I hear about it, the more I just don't care. Why would I want to watch a boy band travel across the country and beat things up? Unless the thing they are beating up, unless this boy band is comprised of all of Justin Bieber's competition, and they're driving across the country to beat him to death on live television, I'm probably not going to watch it. And even if they did that, I'd only watch the finale where they beat him to death.
You know what I want to know? I want to know, because Sean Bean is voicing one of the characters in the movie. I want to know if he's going to voice him in the game as well.
Is he going to die?
I don't know.
It's Sean Bean, so there's a high possibility.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a pretty high possibility.
Man's made his career off being decapitated.
But, yeah, so that's all I really had to talk about this month.
Well, we've hit the hour mark, so why don't we close? Okay, everybody.
I have nothing else to say. I'm losing my voice. I've spent the last hour talking.
I have work in like 3 hours. So, yeah, we're going to say goodbye now. Bye, everybody.
I didn't forget. Naga speed, guys.